Hello there, my friends. How you all been all the time? This is Gran Torino, and I'm back. So the thing is, there's a replay, on the gamereplays.org site. If you don't know this website, then you're dead to me. So anyway, there's a replay, and it's my favorite matchup. Isengard against Men of the West, which is fun to watch. It's been fairly entertaining players. It's between the Greek noob and the Argentinian noob, so another good reason to watch it. But I'm like, hey, Torino. There's a lot of good porn on the internet that you haven't seen yet. So why would you waste your time on some 2006 EA game replays? But hey, the replay is getting a lot of attention, it's getting a lot of views, and now it's even in the silver replay section, which means something. So I'm like, hey, I can't resist anymore. I get to check it out. I get to try it out what it's like. Get to see what it's like. So here I am casting the game between Archangel playing as on host, men. Apparently speak the man from the beginning, which is an important thing. So there's the man, Archangel, and his opponent is Ecthelion, aka Bonito, playing as Isengard. So Bonito's got a big advantage because he knows that he faces men, and therefore he should adjust his initial tactic to this fact, which he does. He's going for the blades, for the fast blades. So apparently he's going to cripple his opponent's economy as soon as possible, which is good idea. Hello there, Mr. Golub. Would be nice to see the Dark Lord. So I'm rooting for Bonito to get him, but that's like half hour from now if you are lucky. So let's go back to the startup tactic. So it seems like Ecthelion is trying to sneak a few soldiers past Ecthelion's base. So Bonito is meanwhile searching for the pikes, but there's no pikes to be found. Therefore he aims for the base. So there's the unprotected farms, which should go down. And whoa, where are you going? Where are you going, bro? Hey, here I am. Hello, I'm right over here. I'm waiting for you. What the hell are you doing? He's probably searching for another pikes, killing these wargs, but there's still nothing to be found. So this is something that Bonito will pay for in a second. So meanwhile, as I said, Archangel is going for the sneaky here. He's trying to go doggy style on Bonito's base, which is a cool thing because at the same time he's going with 2 extra butts from the front of the base. So Bonito is trying to respond with his crossbows, but the question is if he's going to be lucky enough to catch them before they take down the farm. So he should probably cast the bats. You can see his auto is switching between the stances, which is always a sign of high level gaming. It's nice to see it, but the bats came a bit too late. So this farm will go down, and then there's another unprotected farm and 2 unprotected farms, so Bonito's base is completely defenseless at this point, and even though he's taking down 1 second farm, and probably this one as well, even though Bonito is able to take down 3 farms, at the same time he loses 3 farms as well, so this is not very fortunate start from Ecthelion's perspective, and our Argentinian player is in kind of unpleasant situation right now. Because even though it's still a matchup in his favor, he sacrificed his initial economic situation to get early blades, which did not really pay off, because Archangel, even though he started with 2 farms and not early barracks, he still was able to take down the same amount of the farms. Thank you, Jimmy, that will be all for now. Thank you for your service. So, not really the situation that Ecthelion dreamed of. So the bats are gone and the land is being cast, so Isengard should get out of here as soon as possible, as still as he's got some army actually left, which he does. And he's probably trying to focus on rebuilding his economics, but at the same time Otto's got to do the same thing. His economics is damaged as well, a lot, so unfortunately we will not see any barks or horses anytime soon. There's just no money for it. First of all, you have to focus on improving your economic situation. Interesting. 3 farms and going for the ones. Bonito's probably aware of the fact that he fucked up a little bit at the start, and therefore he's trying to come up with some game changer, which is always something that I respect, which is always something that I love to see. I love to see the behind thinking. It's not just spam, it's not just brainless shuffling of the armies through the map. There's some thinking. It's always nice to see it. Okay, there's no thinking, that's just bonito. Don't watch at this. Actually, it's doing a lot of damage. Probably it makes no difference. Whatever. The bombard might be useful because it gives you better range when there are still the barks, for example. But when it's just this is just for the goof. That's just classic bonito. Don't pay attention to that. So the barks will be are on the way. They will not be out that soon, but they are coming. While Archangel has not decided to go for the stables yet. Scream. So this time the bats are ready. Therefore Bonito can engage in this fight. There's one important fact about this match. The longer you play, the stronger Isengard gets, and the weaker the man gets, probably. Unless you get Aragorn, Boromir and Gandalf at the same time. But the thing is, when the Saruman is out, the men are put in a very unpleasant situation. And these guys had no chance to escape from the situation. So this wasn't probably a very fortunate idea. Very good idea from Archangel to fight with the bats. When you're fighting against Isengard and the bats are on, you should always split your army. You should always try to split your army into separate places and span the map. Try to focus on killing the economics of your opponent, but you just can't fight with one huge army in the middle. That's just suicide. And I'm sure that experienced player as Otto knows this, so kind of surprised that he engages in the fight. But at the same time, you will never hear me complaining about someone being too aggressive. I always like the aggressive style, it's always fun to watch, but at the same time, I don't think that Bonito's position is that strong to rush for all the cost and see what he managed. He lost 3 battalions and he took down 1 barracks. That's just the price for rushing without thinking about it, really. So even though, as much as I appreciate aggressive game style, I don't think this was a good idea. And he even lost all the pikes, so he's got nothing to protect his archers with now. As you can see, these guys are getting no damage from them, so you can just trample them till the end of time, and nothing can stop them here because the pikes are gone. And again, Bonito has paid for his what's the word for it? You know, just doing things before you think about them. Not sure what to call it. Anyway, seems like Archangel has been pushed back into his base, which gives a fairly nice advantage for Bonito. Okay, this part is a little bit dull, so let me fast forward a little bit. If you ask me, Bonito should probably focus on improving his economic situation a bit. That was a shitload of warriors. A shitload of undefended warriors, unfortunately, for Ecthelion. For Otto. And I shall continue later.